Okay, welcome to another edition of Nourie's Niche. Today's a beautiful sunny day here in Southern Oregon. Can't believe this November weather. And I picked a trick today that I think will be a lot of fun. Many different links and combos you can come out of it, which is slider. So I probably learned this probably 85, maybe 86. And did a lot of different variations over the years, but I'm going to start off with just the basic, and then maybe I'll do a couple other links out of it. So the slider, let's just get right into it. The first thing that you need to do is just be able to do a small little indo. I go on the back of my pegs, my rear pegs. I do a little indo, I turn the wheel, grab the seat, and slide. So I'll show that again from another angle. Small little indo and completely stop the momentum and slide backwards. And if you just glide along, you can go pretty far with just a little indo as long as you're switching your momentum from going forward to completely stopping and then going backwards. You can either do a little grasshopper or kick it first, slide right out, and that's pretty much it. It's really pretty simple, as these tricks are. I'm trying to emphasize some real fun but basic and easy to learn tricks. So if you haven't ever done an indo before, if you're first learning how to do an indo, in this case I would use your brakes to do the indo as opposed to your foot in the tire, because it's going to be a little tricky if you didn't have brakes and you had to go like so to sew the slider. I think that's a little bit tricky to do, so front brake would be ideal in this situation. And just make sure to commit. So a lot of times I'll see a rider that first tries this and they'll do something like this where they're going to do the indo and they kind of just, they don't really commit to stopping the bike completely, so that the momentum from going forward is completely stopped. Then it's dropping down, and right when it drops down is when you're gonna pull your way backwards to slide into it. So that's, I think, the key. The first thing is to really commit to stopping. Maybe even put a line there, just making sure that you stop right there on that line and don't go past that line. Good brakes are obviously gonna help, so that you can lock it up and that you're not getting this like little really coming down and it's just stopping your momentum to just going straight down. Because the idea is you're going to stop, and then as you come down you're going to overemphasize the momentum coming back by letting the back wheel drop and throwing your body back all at the same time. And we're also going to turn the wheel, grab the seat. Okay? So I can't emphasize that enough, making sure that you stop 100% before you think about going backwards. So I'll do that again where I'm going to stop on this line right here, commit, and then come down. And then maybe just even doing that. Don't even turn the tire first. Just see if you can stop and then come down, and instead of just putting your weight straight down, emphasize it coming back and just try to slide the wheel just a little bit. Then if that happens, great. Then the next thing I would do is go ahead and turn the wheel and grab the seat. Because when you do that, you're going to enable the front end to come up really lightly. So again, you're stopping right on that line, and then you're just going to pull up on the wheel just a little bit like so. I'm going to do it at a different angle so that you can see it. I like doing these pretty far. I guess I'm just going to do it like this, right towards the camera. So stop, land the wheel, and I'm just going to kind of coast along, barely holding the wheel off the ground in order to slide it across. And it's a really fun trick. There's people that I've seen do all kinds of different variations. One comes to mind is James White out of UK. He did a really fast one across this field for, I don't know, hundreds of yards. and just did a 180 and just went right in. He might have done it on the pedals because he does a lot of stuff on his pedals. I can't remember, but just a big old slider. And I've seen people mix it in with their other skills, other ramp riding skills. So that's definitely a fun trick. You could also, I just thought of something else, is do, and again, I don't know these names, if there's a different name for this one, but doing one that's forward slider. Whoa! It's a little tricky on this grippy tennis court, but if it's a really slick area, you can do a forward, you can just grab the brake, lean back, and do a forward slide. So that's another little variation that you can kind of have fun with. But I always like to do something extra, so maybe we'll throw in just one little simple thing. We'll do a bar spin, just because that's a really easy next step. And again, I'm trying to keep the emphasis on easy, basic tricks so that you can learn these quickly and advance in a short amount of time. Hopefully you got a list. I think this is number 10. So hopefully you're building a list of tricks. So now I'm going to do a slider with a bar spin. I guess I'll do the same thing coming toward the camera so I can do a nice long one and stay in the shot. So a little indo. I'm going to do a cricket to get some speed, and then I'm going to do a bar spin. Okay, so I'll do that again. And it's pretty easy to throw the bars when you're holding the seat. All you're going to do is, I hold the brake while I'm sliding and lifting up a little bit on the seat. I throw the bar, I keep my hand pretty much in the same position. I don't move my hand away over here. I just keep it right where the seat is, and then I just grab the bar. And oftentimes I'll just try to do multiple and then catch it. So that's one extra little link that you could do. And I think I'll leave it at that for now. There's other things that we could do later as far as adding to the slider. So hope you enjoyed that trick. I think you'll be able to learn this. This is like a 1 or 2 session. If you practice that for 20, 30 minutes a session, you'll get it in a couple. At least you'll get the momentum of sliding backwards. Maybe you're not super controlled. Oh, the other thing I just thought of is I tend to just keep both feet on, like so. There's other tricks that I do where I'm setting up this very similar way, and I take a foot off and I kick my tire. But you don't necessarily need to do that, but if that's something that is in your tricks that you're already doing, you could use your foot to kick the tire, and that might help to get the momentum. But I really like the idea of you learning how to stop completely and just using your momentum by thrusting it backwards right as you land to get the slider. And then maybe a bar spin, maybe into a decade, who knows. Yeah, so that's it for today. It's a beautiful day, so I'm going to do some sessioning now, and I hope you're enjoying these videos. I'll be doing more, and please feel free to share any comments or requests. Always open to some ideas, and I am building a list of different things that I'll be adding here in the near future. Okay, enjoy your day. We'll see you soon.